by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Father, before I begin, bless me, Father, for I'm about to sin.
America. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America. One nation, indivisible, under God, for real.
And Corn Pop was a bad dude. And he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Senators here. Chuck, stand up, Chuck. Let him see you. Oh, God love you. What am I talking about? I tell you what, you're making everybody else stand up, though, pal. Thank you very, very much. I tell you what, stand up for Chuck.
The best way to get something done, if it holds near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway, from Charlotte, another line going from in Florida down to Tampa.
Of Putin's kleptocracy. Yeah.
America is a nation that can be defined in a single word. I was going to put the idea that Los Angeles and what am I doing here? For two reasons. One, you won't be safe in Joe Biden's America. We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by you know the thing. Let's be clear. I hear it all the time. Cumulative, definitely, I can play for the programs many times over.
Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
Let me start off with two words. Made in America. Made in America.
Welcome back to another night of Shtick with Koolfrogg. Open mic Friday night with P Dog Night.
What up, people?
Should be fun. Should be interesting. Everybody that has gotten the link or wants a link that would like to join the show, raise your hand and say me, and we can get you on the show and talking with us. So what's it? Anything good actually happened? There was a couple interesting things that happened within the last day politically. Couple interesting how did I pick up? What did he do? He did something. Joe Biden did something. What did he put out? He did something. It made me laugh. So I'm like, why in the world would you go ahead and put that out? I believe I would have saved it.
Was the Maganomics thing? Because that's
yeah. Was that what that was? There was a side by side Bidenomics, Maganomics.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at that, and I said to myself, I'm like, does this old decrepit fool seriously believe that we don't know better? Are we really seriously going to be that ignorant to believe what he had actually said in that? And I laughed. I laughed when I seen it. I couldn't. I know that I saved it. And he called. He called Trump Hoover.
There's one of them in the chat.
Donald Hoover Trump.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I seen that and I'm like, oh wow, did he seriously just say that? I could not believe that he had just exactly said that. I would put it setting up for mine. What's up, Sparky?
Oh, he says Sparky says I would, but I'm setting up for mine. As far as jumping
Oh,
in.
he wants. Yeah, no, that's fine. As far as that goes, everybody else knows they have links.
Okay.
Everybody else knows they have links. They can come join us. Create this wonderful conversation that comes with all this. What's up, Jimmy? Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just in the middle of two things here, or three, I guess. How's it going, guys? Everybody doing all right? Chat, you doing all right?
Oh yeah.
Jimmy
Chat.
usually sits around and draws pictures.
I do just sits around and draws my pictures.
Shows
that's-
pictures.
That's nice.
So
Yeah, it's a Spider-Man.
he's got a Spider-Man going on. Why Spider-Man looking back over his shoulder?
Because there's like
So
more to the
erotically.
picture. Listen, if
something
you
that
find
must
something erotic about this, then I mean that's on you. That's all. That's all. Do you have something to say about the male form? It doesn't look very sultry to me.
No, I just kind of curious why he's looking back over his shoulder.
He's got a line of sight to this guy.
That's what I see. But does that get? It kind of looks like a guy has his pants down.
You're not helping Frogman's fantasies over there.
No, I know. I'm kind of weird. What's going on there? With the
You're
pants
talking
down?
about this here?
Yeah. Okay.
It's a shoe.
Oh, that looked like his pants was around his ankles.
It's a
Okay,
shoe.
now it looks more like a shoe. It's okay. It looks like a shoe now. Sorry, my father was an art teacher, so I can be critical. And then these,
good. Please do be.
and the two trees look like penises pointing down.
Listen, if you can tell they're trees and they're still calling them penises, you have a problem as well.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, this is all placeholders. It's don't worry about it. Listen, you guys are real. I don't know. Gay tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Squad Bob says some kind of rear action.
Not you too.
By the way, I don't know the people in the chat. Daisy Girl, what's up? DJ Nitro Blue, Squad Bob.
Here, maybe that's
Oh, you might get to meet DJ
Moose
Nacho Blue
Village,
later.
Sparky.
He's one of those that has a link. May come join us. Moose has one. Sparky says no. These guys are this regulars around here. Moose. There's Boomer. What's up, Boomer? Good to see you. Glad you're here. So we got wonderful people that have a tendency to join up around here and hit their links and come join into the show. And I don't care if it's more than the people that are outside of it. They'll come join us. There's other people doing other shows, and it's a Friday night. Friday nights are usually one of those you have to pick up. You got to pick up at a right spot for people to see what's going on and be interested in what your show is about. I've watched myself stumble through some of these Friday nights like this. I'm a resident nut prude with a wrench. Yeah, but he doesn't use it. Doesn't use it. There you go. Hello, Boomer.
Hello.
Well, hello to you too. What's up?
Not too much. What are you guys up to?
Drawing.
Jimmy's drawing.
drawings?
I just returned visiting my daughter and my son-in-law and their daughter, and we went to a town called Taylor's Falls, Minnesota. I just got back in time for the show, and it was a glorious little town on the river and these big rock bluffs, and went to the state park and walked around. So that was kind of cool. That's what I was doing. Now I'm here living the life.
He ran into me an hour ago thinking he was late.
I know. I thought I was late. I literally walked in.
I was sitting in the back at
6:59, think it was 7 o'clock. The show was starting at 7.
I wasn't even paying attention because I know that when you caught me sleeping, and I kind of, because I just kind of dozed off, laid back, dozed off, and all of a sudden I hear somebody enter the room, and I'm like, who is this? I'm like, oh, I think you seriously thought I was late for my own show. And I'm like, oh, this isn't right. This isn't right. I can't be late for my own show. Yes. I got up and come sit back down. I'm like, oh, there he is. I'm like, you're an hour early.
Yeah, I thought I was late. I'm like, shit. But I did get to go back, and so I had some fish and chips that we got at this little place there, and I heated it up, had my dinner with my wife, and now I'm like raring to go.
Well,
Feel the
that's
love.
fun.
Boomer, what's your story? I haven't met any of you guys except for Koolfrogg. I've known Koolfrogg for about a year now, at least, just from going on my streams.
Yeah. And I know that we've struggled to get you to come over here. I've been not feeling the best within the last few days or whatever. My back is out, which is the reason why I haven't been turning on cameras in the last few days. So I'm trying to get back into it. Hopefully I can sit up through tomorrow's show and not have to worry about the same. So we're doing what we can. So then
I am one of the resident Discord peoples.
Okay.
And I pop in and terrorize Koolfrogg with chicken stories all the time.
Why do you have chickens?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And they keep me very busy.
Oh yeah.
And my kids and
everyone I know who has chickens or like to talk about their chickens.
They're hilarious if you get it.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I was I don't know much about chickens. I know there's people in St. Paul. I live in the Twin Cities. I know some people in the city who have chickens, and they talk about their damn chickens all the time. But the kind of cool thing to have, because eggs, right? You get free eggs.
Yes,
well,
free
you got to feed the chickens, so they're not really free, but you got to feed the chickens.
Free yard crew, because they pull weeds and they eat all the sandburrs. This is the first time in 7 years I've had a sandburr-free backyard.
Wow.
And the other thing is they are like tiny little dinosaurs. They're literally little T-Rexes. But instead of great big teeth, they have these beaks that will literally rip things apart. They're pretty fun.
You got a lot of guitars behind you, my man. A lot of musical instruments, in fact.
Yeah, green screen is wonderful.
I wish it was real. Yeah, I wish that was my studio. But it looks kind of good in that picture. It doesn't look as fake as it could.
No.
Unfortunately, it is.
Real?
I had someone, I've had more than people had that. Is that like, damn, you play all those instruments? I'm like, well, I actually, in reality, I can play everything but the ones with the strings on them. but that's not really my studio.
So what exactly do you do?
Well, I normally have a show on Monday through Friday in the mornings called the Morning Night Live on my channel, and I just talk about news, current events, and easy for me to say current events. Sorry about Joe Bidening that up. Current events and rant about stupid shit. There's a whole bunch of stupid shit in the world, and I like to rant about it. So
We know the thing.
For 4 years. Do you know the thing? Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh shit! I didn't have that on. Hang on a second here. Let me give you a little. Oh, what the hell? Come here. Let's see. What was that? You know the thing. Here we go.
You know the thing.
There you go. so anyway, yeah, I've been doing that for 4 years, and I unfortunately my channel kind of been shadow banned hell from like this almost the start because I pissed off the people at YouTube my first couple months doing this, but I have a loyal. Small but loyal following that come and watch the show just about every Monday through Friday. So yeah, check it out. If whoever's in the chat, the few around here, subscribe to my channel and
you'd be surprised how many people are here, how many people will come back through. I really don't know who's all doing what. I'm assuming there's a couple of good shows that are happening currently.
Squab's in the chat.
There's Squabs in the that's the problem. Squabs in the chat.
Well, Squab said he had something to do. I think he was setting up his own his show tonight. So he said he couldn't come in.
Yes, you may. Here you go. You're welcome.
Give that kid some ketchup.
Kids are awesome, as far as that goes, anytime that I hear somebody, talk about, oh, he has kids, this, that, or the other, I just kind of be like, yeah, yep, and I get the pleasure of being the at-home dad to the wonderful Tadpole. Yes, Tadpole.
I miss my kids. My kids are grown. I'm an old man.
Don't believe me, I'm an old man. I should not be. Should not be raising another.
Hey, as long as you love them, then you should be raising them, man. That's all it takes. And everything I understand, everything I've heard you talk about your kid, it's all about love. So you absolutely should be having them.
I mean, I should probably be a grandparent, but instead, I decided to have another one. My own. Because having a child in your 40s is totally worth it. So, sort of following the Ozone Wallace jury deliberations. I don't know anything about that.
On what?
The Ozone Wallace jury deliberations.
Oh, I haven't followed that at all. I do know 3 of the last 3 guys that were charged for the Whitmer kidnapping plot. They were all acquitted today.
I was so excited to hear that.
Yeah, that was quite something. I agree.
I would love to read the summary of that too. Oh, here it is. Not allowed to celebrate related American jurisprudence these days. So let's again. Verdicts announced in case 3 men charged Whitmer fednapping hoax. God bless the jury. The jury said, "Fuck it."
Kind of really makes you want to go back and question a whole lot more on why people are sitting in places they shouldn't be. I see what's going on.
Basically, the rule of thumb has become, if somebody is telling you to do something really stupid, that you probably shouldn't do, and you really don't want to do, but they're trying to talk you into doing it, it means they're a Fed. That's just a rule of thumb nowadays.
Sure seems like it, don't it? Sure seems like it. I mean, they got their fingers everywhere. They got their fingerprints on everything right now, and so good. These fucking feds are just insane. Here, I'm gonna drop this link in the private chat if you're interested. This is the ABC News story.
The ABC News story
on that acquittal. They charged 14 different people in that, and because a couple of them got guilty pleas, whatever, or verdicts, which
we're afraid to go into a jury.
They made one of the things, I mean, there's so much evidence that this is an FBI dominated plot, and with all their special
what was it? 9 out of 13 people were actually feds.
Yeah, or at least are feds or
Fed adjacent.
Yeah, informants for the FBI. I mean, basically, they were just trying to coax some people in it. And why? Because just to fuck with Trump people, man. It's messed up. Stupid shit.
Well, unfortunately, it's not going to stop until somebody just goes in and rits it all out. Yeah. Which is going to take more than one presidency.
Yeah. Oh, that's truth. So a total of 5 defendants were acquitted in the case versus 5 convictions, and 4 others pleaded guilty. Which why? They shouldn't have. They should not have. It's crazy. Because there's the emails they were flying around, and talking about how they're trying to, the mission is to kill it by FBI people. Come on, that was a joke.
I'm thinking one of the things that really has to happen, especially what happened on J6 and what happened with Whitmer. And I'm sure that there's a lot of other incidents where this has been happening, especially with like the parades and all of the protests. Entrapment needs to be reviewed legally.
Yeah.
We need to define stronger what entrapment entails, and that the police and the feds, you can't do that.
Right. Yeah, it's I don't know. They had an agenda, and they've been pushing it and been able to get people to, like I said, if someone tells you, starts encouraging you to do some shit you don't want to do, make sure you don't do it.
Oh, I heard somebody say something earlier the other day, like back in the day, the person who led the KKK in America, he went and spent some time in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came out reformed. And he was, I heard this kind of secondhand, so if I'm getting this a little wrong, please forgive me. But once he got out, somebody was talking to him about the time that he had been, in charge of things. And he's just like, so is it true what they say that, you get 3 KKK members together, or 3, far right people together, or extremists together of most sorts, and you're guaranteed to have at least 1 to 2 of them be feds. And he's like, well, they're not wrong.
Right. Oh shoot! What did I do there?
So then, real quick, what's up, Suzanne? Good to see you, dear. Just checking in. Yeah, I know that there's other people doing other things, and I see those other things that most of this community comes from, and what they're doing and what they're covering, and it does you know, when it closing deliberations on that particular case is very popular in itself. For the ozone case, I haven't paid attention to any of that case, so I have no clue what that case is about. I'd have to actually look into the case, and if it was worth even following to begin with, to give you any thoughts on that case. As far as
I'm not sure what. Now, what case you remember? What case you talking about?
The ozone case.
Oh, let me see if I can. I'll see if I can look it up here. So I'm not familiar with it.
I really don't know much about it. Nothing from the sick children's. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about this particular person's case. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this case. Jimmy, you've been paying attention to the case?
Ozone case? Haven't heard about it.
I've not heard about that one. I've been kind of wrapped up in the Karen cases the last couple of days. Yeah, I've been kind of watching Broken Baker in the morning while I work, and his artistic talents regarding rigor mortis and clocks.
Haven't seen that.
It's entertaining. But basically, it's the case is a woman who is being prosecuted now for the 4th time. Because the first time was a mistrial. The second time was a mistrial. The third time they found her guilty, but they did some shady shit. And now they're trying her a 4th time. And you know where small scale it is?
So that must have concluded. So it's the Othello Ozone Wallace trial. Now, Wallace is accused of shooting and killing a Daytona Beach police officer in 2021. I can see where that might be of some interest to see. Being that it was a police officer, how far they would take the case for it to be televised. It might be a little far. I mean, I don't know what's your stance on televised stuff? Because so if do we televise some? Or do we televise? It's like we got some upcoming Trump stuff coming up. Does that get televised? Can we televise that?
The federal case cannot. They don't allow federal, of course, but the Georgia one.
They say
the Georgia one. I think they are going to. If they, and I don't know about New York, if they do that in New York or not. It doesn't look like the New York one's going to be either.
Here's my way of seeing it is having a televised trial keeps the prosecutors and the defense a little more honest.
Mm-hmm.
It also kind of points out the massive flaws of certain judges. Just like, for example, all of the shenanigans that happened in the Rittenhouse trial. You know, would people have changed their opinions as much as they did if they hadn't seen firsthand what was actually going on there?
Absolutely not.
And
because the only information you'd have got from was the media telling you what's happening in the trial. And if you even watch the trial and you watch the media during that time, the trial was a completely different story from what the media was telling you about the trial. They only emphasized the prosecution's arguments, witnesses, whatever, and they almost didn't. It was like they didn't even the defense didn't exist. But if you watch the trial in reality, the defense was kicking the prosecution's ass the entire trial.
And here's the thing, you know, the public in general wouldn't have really known about the shenanigans that were going on with Fluffer Boy and Lunchbox.
Right. You know, now the best way to watch it too is with the lawyers on YouTube, like with Rakita and you know, the one who what's the one gal? There's I don't know. I watched most of it on Rakita's channel when he had like 6, 7, 8 lawyers at a time, all talking about the trial. Because you know, you don't know the nuance of things, but I don't think you even needed that. You could have watched it straight on Law and Crime or someplace and still realize that the defense and the prosecution had no case, and the defense was killing them every minute.
And I think it's very important for people to see these things. Like with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Yeah, it's another one that was really brought into the spotlight because, you know, people are able to look in and see some of this stuff. And when we actually have video of prosecutors who are acting in a very inappropriate and not justice-minded mindset, I think people need to see that, because that's the only way that those people are going to be booted out of office, is when this comes to light. And when you have an entire country coming up and saying, what the heck are you doing? You know, look at Fluffer Boy. He ended up having to be removed from a lot of cases because of his behavior in the Rittenhouse trial.
What's up, 357? Good to see you. Jacob Castro, good to see you, my brother. He says televise everything. I mean, I agree to a point. Televise everything. Televise it as far out as you possibly can. You know, but certain things, like this particular case of him shooting a police officer, is it something that everybody should cover? I'm not so positive that would be the case or should be the case. I really don't know what happened to. Hopefully, he comes back. He just all of a sudden knew that was an interesting click. Okay, Jimmy.
Yeah. What's the matter?
I think the most important thing is it keeps our legal system honest.
Right.
I think you should televise everything with no exception.
I
think you should televise executions.
Oh,
there you are.
Hey, and make a.
You know, here's the thing: if you don't have the stomach to sit there and watch it, should you be a proponent of it? And my point of view on the death penalty has changed a lot over the years. You know, at first I really didn't care. But as I've started to learn more about the legal system, watch more about how it works and what leads to these things happening, the more I realize it is frightening to think that we have given the power of the government to just come in and kill people because a prosecutor gets a guilty. And
Darth is over on the Rumble side, says televise Jacob's mother, more death penalty for everyone. I mean, I'm not against that.
I mean, we've had
but
way too many innocent men going away for crimes that they didn't commit. And you can't undo a death.
Yeah, and I'm kind of my change on the death penalty, or my opinion too, and the death penalty has changed a lot.
Well, okay, so you're in Minnesota though, okay, right?
Right.
So Minnesota does not have death penalty.
No, it does not.
Right, it does not. So I moved myself over here to South Dakota where there is a death penalty, and when you move yourself into those places and you start realizing what that all means, you know, if something happens for whatever reason, they decide to charge me with with the worst. All of a sudden, I'm going away and being executed because they said there's a death penalty. I couldn't imagine. And it kind of scares you to go run back to those blue states. But some of the other laws and regulations that go along with some of it really need to be looked at. Minnesota's one of the worst ones. I being from Minnesota myself, you know, and realizing a lot of the he went away again.
Who did?
I have family in Minnesota, and there is I could not live there. I really could not.
Sorry about that. For some reason that my stream yards was trying to ask me to log in. I clicked a couple buttons and it just completely shut down the window. So sorry about that.
You're okay.
Just go ahead. Boomer jokes. I don't give a shit.
Exactly. Fine.
Hey, don't feel bad. I am half afraid to click shit in StreamYards because I'm not familiar with it myself, and I'm just like, if I click this, is it gonna kick me out?
Yeah, no, I just
her name wouldn't be Boomer for no reason.
Trying to get a Rumble, put a pop-up chat. Hello, Darth Hideous, by the way, who's over on Rumble.
Yes.
I'm the new guy over here. Oh shit. I'll be right back.
He's not the new guy anymore. He just broke it. Broke whatever he broke. For shame.
Johnny Bravo.
Is
hey, Johnny Bravo's awesome. That's when cartoons were cool. Now, if you want to find something cool, you have to watch anime.
Yep, true facts.
But what they did to Thundercats was a travesty.
Oh, geez. Ever since, like, even Argo wasn't that great.
It's like, take a cartoon that was fun. I mean, granted, back in the day, cartoons were made to sell toys. That was the whole thing. It was a marketing ploy to sell toys, to sell stuff. Like Super Friends, the whole point was to sell Wonder Woman underoos to little girls. and Superman underoos to little boys so they could run around the house in their Superman undies and to pretend cape, pretending to be Superman. And their parents would spend the money on it because, they got to their piece on Saturday mornings. Kids sit down in front of the TV with their bowls of cereal, eating cereal, watching cartoons, being quiet and not pestering them, and they get to sleep in. Parents loved
It's a
it.
miracle. Yeah.
And then Cartoon Network. And then it was 24/7 cartoons. And then no more Saturday morning cartoons. And life as we knew it was demolished.
Sounds a
That's what
little.
Scarbob says that we should televise politicians 24/7. I mean, if they're going to do things like Lauren Boebert did, then sure. If you're gonna you're gonna be silly, and you're gonna go get yourself kicked out of a movie theater, scantily dressed for vaping and other things. You deserve to get kicked out.
This is a point to where I'm going to say the one thing I never, ever want to see is Lindsey Graham's Ladybugs. So, no, Squab. Nobody wants to see that.
Oh, shit. Wrong.
Ladybugs in chat, please.
F in the chat, please.
Oh.
Yeah. He thinks that your studio is a real studio.
Oh, yeah, I see that. He took off.
He took off again.
No, if this is what my studio would like if I built a real studio. Okay, that's what it would look like, because I think that's beautiful. That's just right up my alley. So that's the picture I chose. Plus, it's funny because I think part of it is because I have pretty good lighting in my office here for this. I've rigged up some lighting for this particular thing I do here. And I have good studio lighting, so it almost matches the studio in the background too.
Yeah, it does blend very well with the background.
No, it's funny because I basically bought $9 cans and put daylight LEDs in them, and I have like 6 of them in here, and they light up real well. Oh, I have 7. I've got one right above my head too.
Do we think we'll ever allow AIs as politicians? I mean, you might as well just replace all of us. What's the point?
I think at this point that is when Terminator would become a fact instead of fiction.
Wow.
Because the second we put the AI in charge of everything, they're going to wipe us out because we're too stupid.
Well, they're building the robots already, and now all you have to do is supplant AI chips in them. The problem is AI is still programmed by somebody, and so the supposedly AI is supposed to be so much smarter than everybody else. When's the AI going to figure out that maybe the government spends too much fucking money? That's what I want to know. And unfortunately, they're not programmed for that. So I don't think we really don't want that to happen.
And here's the thing with AI, as what people are referring to AI right now, is not really AI. It's just somebody's garbage program taking shit, compiling it, and swapping it around a little and spitting it back at people. That's what it's doing at this point. It's not actually thinking or learning for itself. It's just storing information, mixing up a little bit, and then throwing things at the wall to see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah.
Which could be scary if you get, judges that are sitting here using it, to write their.
I think in England they were talking about it. They were talking about using computerized AI to accept like guilty pleas, traffic tickets, that stuff, and just start doing that automatically instead of having a judge there.
Yeah. Well, no, that should never happen here. It's sorry, jury of your peers. And that system's not perfect, but I don't want any AI doing that shit.
How do we know that you're not AI?
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, I'm 100% real intelligence. Trust me.
There is no AI that could have that need of a goatee. AI cannot do hands and fingers. AI cannot do eyes symmetrically.
Here, and
they cannot do a goatee.
And here, I mean, I'll here. Look. Oh wait, what? My cam's going? No, it's not. Oh, that's that cam. Where's AI? Doesn't get a scar. What the fuck? Oh, there we go. There we go. AI can't give you one of those.
He's like, here, let me show you the side of my hip.
Just got my staples out today.
Oh.
Nice.
Well, that looks pretty sharp for an incision, I'm going to say.
Yeah, it was good.
No, if that doesn't test the YouTube gods, I don't know what will.
No, it's not salacious, though. It's just my ass. But, no, yeah, I just got my staples out today.
Thank you for sharing that.
Sure. That's not AI.
No, absolutely not.
It's more
doesn't look like fun.
It's not AI. It's a ass. Anyway, no, I'm pretty happy about it. So for those in the chat who doesn't know, I got a hip replaced 18 days ago, and so I've been recovering quite well and got the staples out today.
Nice, man. How's the scar tissue been feeling? Are you rubbing it down and everything?
Well, not so much. I mean, and what's interesting, so I had a lot of pain in the joint, because my cartilage was basically gone on my left hip, and I have nothing. That's completely gone. The only pain I had coming out of surgery was in my thigh. I couldn't tell at first, but about 5 days in, I'm like, oh, there's no pain in my hip whatsoever. It's just the scar, around my scar where they were manipulating my muscles if they cut me open. And I'm walking with, you have a walker for a few days, then you have a cane. I still have a cane, but I basically just use it for balance and stairs because it's I walk pretty good without everything now. So pretty happy with that, man. I should have done this fucking 5 years ago. So, but no, it's interesting. The scar tissue, it's I mean, most of it's internal, and it feels like I have like you ever sit in your car and you have have a wallet in your back pocket and your butt starts to ache. You ever have that?
Yeah, where your butt falls asleep.
Yeah, that's what it feels like when I sit. It's like I feel like I have a wallet in like a long pocket along the side of my hip. But other than that, it's not really that much pain though.
I'm gonna say Squab Bob has the right idea.
What's that? Tell him you got gored by a bull.
Shadow.
You didn't have your hip replaced. This was running with the bulls incident.
Yes, I was running with the bulls in Spain, and one of them got me and lifted me up in the air and threw me over the wall, and I was in intensive care for 3 days. That's my new story. That's a good story. Squabs, I respect that story. I might use that. Well, nobody actually sees that part of my body ever unless I show it to them, and I don't. No, the only person who sees that is my wife. So I don't know.
OnlyFans incoming.
It's a good story though. Cute story.
We can all say hello to Shadow.
Howdy.
Yo, Saw.
Hello,
How's
Shadow.
everyone doing?
Pretty decent. How about yourself?
Fucking family.
Just got off a 2.5 hour stream, so doing pretty fine. Yeah.
Shadow, where are you from? In general, not specific. No, we don't have to dox yourself.
Nowhere.
Oh, well, there you go. That's a good
military brat. Kind of a little bit of everywhere.
Okay.
American South, Texas, if you want to get more specific.
All right.
Is where my family currently resides. Yeah.
Cool.
What'd you eat today?
Ham and chicken, coffee. That's about it.
Social security number?
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 6, 2, 4.
Well, we got him, boys. We got him.
I was gonna say just the last 4 digits would be cool. That'd be a start.
By the way, YouTube, that's a fake number, so don't yell at me. Don't take Koolfrogg's channel down, please.
Yeah, man, they were fucking with you for a while. Cool. Have they've been bugging you since you had your little ordeal?
No, I had the one day where they decided to strike me for for something, whatever. I was down for a week, but it had been since getting the channel back. It had been like a good 9 months from getting this channel struck, completely and totally ripped down, told I couldn't even do anything on YouTube whatsoever. Couldn't even join anybody else's chat. Took all features of YouTube away from me.
But they straight up would let you join my stream. That got me.
Oh yeah, I could be a guest.
Well, you can be a guest on, especially on like if you're using StreamYard. YouTube doesn't control that. So that's kind of cool.
That is great. But like, what if there is actually a serious problem person on the internet? It's like I don't even see a situation where that would actually be a thing though. Like, who is so bad that you actually need to censor their speech? Who?
Alex Jones, evidently.
No, I mean actually.
Yeah, no, I was joking. I mean, even if there was someone that was that bad, frankly, establishing the precedent that you're allowed to creates a situation that's frankly more dangerous than just letting that dumbass talk, in my humble opinion.
See, that's what I would think.
Yeah.
It's like, just let them speak. They'll air out whatever idiocracy they have to spew, right?
Yeah, because if you suppress what they're saying, you like, hey, if you eat cat meat, it'll make you fly, for instance. If you suppress that, people will start thinking it's true because you're taking the time to get rid of it, even if it's the most out-of-pocket shit.
Mm.
You're drawing more attention to it by sometimes by censoring it.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what we're looking at.
Spicy.
So that's my hip now. That the pointy thing is titanium, and the ball in the end in the plastic socket there is the ceramic ball they put on the end of it. They cut off the top of your femur and jam this with basically a hacksaw, and then they jam that titanium. They hammer the titanium into your femur, and then connect it to the. So that's me right now. That's my life.
Got a relative who had
does not
a similar
sound great.
thing happen.
Yeah, it's not. I am ecstatic at how it feels now. I'm like, damn, I should have done this a long time ago. I've got to have the other one done probably in the next couple of years too.
Oosh.
So I'll be Steve Austin. That might. I don't know if that reference.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. See, you're too young to know that reference.
Not Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Not Stone Cold Steve Austin. Steve Austin, astronaut.
See, I'm too young for that reference.
That's a show. It's a show from the 70s called The $6 Million Man.
Oh yes, we can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Yes, that's what was the actor's name? Lee Majors. I don't know if you ever heard that.
Okay. I love a lot of older shows. How was that $1 Million Man?
It was awesome.
It was pretty good. I mean, it was sci-fi of the 70s.
Sure.
If you watched it now, it'd be cheesy as fuck, but it was cool back then. They had that, and then they also had the Bionic Woman, which was his sidekick about a year later.
Lindsay Wagner.
Lindsay
right?
Wagner, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty funny.
Boomer
Marty's
knows
more
his
Terminator
stuff.
than yes, I am, Jariah. I am more Terminator than man. I will be because I got to get the other hip done, and then I'm probably gonna have a knee done in the next 10 years because my knee's fucked up too. But one corner of my lower extremities at a time.
Yeah, for real.
So how long would you say it'll take for you to end up looking like Adam Smasher?
Well, if they put some like nanotechnology that grows over other body parts instead of having to do surgery, that give it 7 years.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Is Mike's here? Jorian. Oh, I saw Jorian. Okay, cool.
Oh, what up, Joria? Joriah.
Wait, why is none of my stuff from today uploading? That's weird.
Got some issues.
Got some issues, eh?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe. You don't know. You don't know. Good to see you, Dry.
YouTube flockery.
The edit word sex for promoting the most depraved shit ever dreamed up in the youth of society. I mean, Gohagen's never really lied when he's always told the truth when it comes to how that really is, and it seems that we just want to continue to make that be. It's okay as long as it's under their umbrella of LGBTQ. You can do whatever you want.
Literally, whatever.
I mean, good example, Ezra Miller.
Or any other.
That guy.
Yeah. Or if you've got enough money to hide a certain island.
There are more than just that one.
That's okay because Disney will just buy the island from you and.
Yeah. Oh, and then you want to replace the kids that were missing? Well, certain buses of migrant children would drive. They'd arrive at the location or just never arrive at the location, and there'd be no kids. No
Coming
documented
to a
stop.
city near you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this was happening. We didn't talk about it. We don't talk
Velma.
about it.
Oh, what? How did you get
Why are you
that?
drawing Velma? Who's drawing Velma?
How did you not
Jimmy.
get Velma?
No, I
glasses
wasn't really
were
paying
giveaway.
attention to the drawing.
But just looking at it from now all the way back about 5 seconds, you could totally tell who it is. You can tell who it is the second I clicked on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about that, gang?
See, is this going to be normal Velma or Indian Velma?
I actually prefer the Indian Velma, the one from like the live action movie, not the new one.
I was about to say I was joking about the TV show. So
not the Mindy Velma.
Yeah, not
Mindy Velma?
Welma. Velma's better than Welma.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
As an underwhelming.
Wilma, get me off this crazy thing.
No, thank you. Holy shit.
It's too good.
Oh, it's already solved a quick draw.
What's all, dude?
Do you want to see the rest of it? Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like my day.
Oh, is this just like a 90s, early 2000s cartoon characters?
Yeah,
poster?
that's kind of what I'm going for.
Yo, like specifically Cartoon Network?
Yep.
Yo.
Yeah, it's my shit, man. I love that. I love just all things animation. It's really awesome to me.
Yeah, no, I've been rewatching.
I have respect for it.
I've been rewatching a bunch of stuff. Like I'm rewatching the Looney Tunes show, like the one where it's basically like a sitcom. Like you got Bugs and Daffy live in the same house.
Nerds. Yes, absolutely.
I've never heard
total
of that. That's crazy.
nerds.
Yeah, it's on Max, or you could go to or you could probably find it on a Corsair Bay. It's basically the premise is, what if all the Looney Tunes characters lived on like the same block?
Oh,
and
wow.
It goes about as well as you would assume. It's absolutely amazing.
Poor Wile E. Coyote.
He actually doesn't show up that much for some random reason.
I was gonna say, because they would all be fucking with him. Elmer Fudd would be probably dead.
No, he's a news anchor.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's just like, he only shows up as like a news anchor. So
this is CNN.
What?
And
Oh yeah, the laughing.
CNN.
Yeah, like it mainly focuses on Bugs and Daffy, but then you've also got like Porky, Yosemite Sam, Marvin, Lola, and like a few other characters. It's kind of like they'll pop in every once in a while as like common side characters, and then you'll have like I forget his name, but like the Rooster will show up as like an important part of the plot every once in a while. That sort of stuff. It's really good and really funny.
Huh.
Yeah, considering how old it is.
Oh, what the hell was his name? Oh shit. Okay, you guys are gonna.
Which one?
I can't say now because it's part of the game. You see.
Wait, why is Johnny Bravo trying to punch Velma?
I don't know.
Well,
I was kind of wondering the same thing, but
the things y'all interpret is just zany.
Define what you mean by punch.
I mean, Johnny Bravo clearly respects women, so why does he have a clenched fist in the general direction of Velma?
I said define what you mean by punch. Never mind. That was a bad joke. Okay.
Well, Velma clearly looks like she likes it, if that's the case.
Oh yeah, I believe it, Mike.
So there's a question on the screen from Gohagen. It says, you all know the missing kids in Hawaii. Personally, I don't believe they're burnt up. Personally, I believe there's lots of them that were forced into the water and eventually succumbed to the water.
Yeah, because aren't there reports of like people got away from the fire, they were in the water, but between the smoke inhalation and the fact that they were out there for so long, they just couldn't keep treading, and so they
no, that's false. The beachfront in Lahaina extends out a long way before the drop. Those people were standing in the water; they weren't treading. I mean, you could see, there's video of them standing in the water, taking video of what they were watching.
Okay.
Some were taking videos with their phones. No, that particular, at least the beach that I saw, where all the cars were stuck and they were getting out of their cars and going in the water. You can walk, you could probably walk out about 100 yards and it's still only about 4 feet.
Gotcha. My apologies for the false, the fake news then.
Well, no, I don't know. There may have been some who went farther out, but I know that the video that I saw, maybe not 100 yards. I wouldn't say 100 yards, probably a couple hundred feet off the shore. They were standing, most of them, because they were Now, but if you weren't more than, like, say, 5 feet tall, 5 or 6, 4 or 5, if you're short or you're a kid or something, you might have to tread, but I'm sure parents are holding. But I absolutely think that that there are, the missing people probably died in those buildings. They had, at the time they were talking about this, they still hadn't swept. They only swept about 3% of the building so far. And so, I mean, the remains too, when they were looking for them, they'd find remains, but they couldn't touch them because they would just disintegrate. It's like being cremated.
Later, 357.
Catch you later.
Yes, keep going.
So now they're down to they say they're down to 300. 388 people who remain unaccounted for. Now, what doesn't mean when they say unaccounted for, it doesn't mean that the people that they found were alive.
Just that they've identified a few corpses.
Yeah.
No, I heard that there's a couple of them where they said that they, seen people, heard stories of ones clutching their pets, and in burning up or whatever, and a couple other weird stories of them being burnt up, and it's like, okay, well, I could see a few of them being that way, but the next 300 plus, I really would want to believe that they get washed out, or was there something else that happened?
Well, I heard people were barricaded and sent back to their homes.
Yeah, like this is what I heard from the Tim Cast IRL podcast, so this may not be fully accurate. Basically, like, the police set up a barricade, told them, no, there's live wire, go back into the town, and then some people were like, no, broke through the barricade and then kept driving. So yeah,
and
like
survived.
Yeah, and apparently there was no live wire, or at least they didn't encounter a live wire, or there was like no reported actual like live wire by these people. So, and the fact that there was a book, like there was did you hear about like the book that was published on Amazon? Like, I think like the day after or something like that. Like it was from this day to this day, the Maui wildfires raged, and it was a commentary on climate change that dropped right after immediately after the crisis. Now, the defense was it was AI generated, so they just plugged an AI full of articles and told it to make something. I call bullshit, personally.
Yeah, that doesn't quite sound up to snuff.
Yeah, especially with the barricades trying to lock people in, and the fact that apparently like it started because of some like electrical problem, but the electricity hadn't been working properly, apparently. Like the entire city. I'm not trying to say that Bush did it, but like there's some sketch shit going on there.
Well, the electric company, that they say the electric company, some of the electrical grid was sparking and whatever, but they also there was a fire in the south end of town there that firefighters came and put out, and it was still smoldering, when they left, which is unusual, first of all. But so some say that fire also was reignited because of the super high winds. But yeah, I know there's a lot of speculation about that electric. There's one of the substations was sparking and whatnot, and may have caused part of the fire too. So I don't know. I've heard many stories. Hello, Amazing Disgrace. Welcome.
I was just going to say the same. Well, good to see you, Amazing Disgrace. Glad you're here. Moose, what is up? Moose is
the knuckle.
Appreciate you.
Saw, dude.
Howdy, Moose.
So, what do you guys think they should have done in Hawaii? You think it would have helped to,
not divert firefighters to Oprah's house? How about that?
I don't know that happened, but they did. They're having a big water fight there too. They shut off the water to the town.
Oh yeah, because didn't the person who managed the water supply be like, listen, man, we need to learn to work with Mother Nature. So we're not going to use the water to save human lives because we should learn to be in tune with the island man.
You guys think it would have helped if they shut off the power, like beforehand? You saw the wind coming.
I don't know about that, but
this is like not.
So I think the bigger question though is P-Dog, were you not just there within the last week?
Not last week. I was on the Big Island. We were there from like the 18th through the 20th.
So you were there when all this went down?
No, the fires happened. Let's see, it was like September 10th on Maui, or no, it was back in. It might have even been late August, and
so a week before.
But I was on the Big Island. I wasn't in Maui, so we flew into Oahu, which is where Honolulu is, and then took a plane from Oahu to the Big Island. We spent 7 days there, and then spent the last day at Pearl Harbor. We never went to Maui. We flew over Maui. You could see one of the mountains from Maui from where we were staying, but we were never in Maui. And all this happened before we even got there, because and it's only on Lahaina's on the northeast end of Maui. The airport in Maui is on the opposite side of the island, so it didn't even hardly affect the opposite side of the island at all. In fact, a lot of people who had reservations, whatever, to be there were still there, going there, after this happened. Although they were really, they're just really discouraging people from going and seeing Lahaina, obviously, because they're not letting anybody in there anyway. But when I was on the Big Island, for example, so we got there the first day we went there. We went down to the southern point of the island to go see this green sand beach, and and then we were on a full island tour a couple days later, or no, the next day we tried to go down there again, and the roads were closed, and someone had started a fire down there, but there weren't any winds to spread it. But there was there's a big brush fire on the southern end of that island too, but they contained it. So I mean, the way the island's set up, these are volcanic ash. It's all volcano rock and lava flows and whatever, because they're all volcanic islands. And there's a lot of these grasses that will grow into the volcanic ash, but when it's dry, the grasses are dry. They're basically they're just tinder for fires. But like in Lahaina though, it's an old town, mostly local, native and long-time residents. They're not a real commercial area, and the high winds were the culprit. I mean, you started fire in that town, and you got 80 miles an hour wind from a hurricane that's 300 miles away, right. And that's going to push that fire right through the town really fast, because there's a bunch of old buildings. It's not such a touristy area with a lot of old buildings and shit. So I don't know. But we didn't see any of it. We saw the entire Big Island because we drove around the entire island all week. We probably went to every corner of the Big Island. Very cool place to go too.
What's up, Green Badger Outdoors? Good relevant time of day, everyone.
What up, GB?
Absolutely.
GB, what's up? You're over in the there you are in the chat. Okay. Cheers. The person who is one of the regular watchers of my show in the mornings on Monday through Friday.
Nice. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Everybody bump that like button for me. If you haven't done so already, that'd be the great thing to do.
I didn't even do that yet. Here, let me kick that motherfucker. Oh, you got 20 already? There's people watching? Nice.
Yeah.
I get a lot of rewatch, so I get a bunch that will come through. They'll hit that like button for me and then, move on with their night. Maybe come back, maybe not. It depends on the night.
Sure.
Depends on what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
These sitting on YouTube these hours of the nights, you really pick up a lot of activity. Especially on Friday nights, Saturday nights as well. Shadow knows what I'm talking about. He's like, "Yep, just came from one."
Yeah. And then also with like Cool Stream, like I'll try. I mean, I need to be up. I need to get myself starting to like wake up at 6, which means I should be off technology like 20 minutes ago. But yeah, I mean, that's typically what I do with Cool Stream. Is like I'll pop in for a little bit, or I'll hop in, hit the like button, and then dip out if I really need to go to bed.
Well, you're young. In my 20s, I could pull like 5 hour nights, 4 hour nights, and still function fine the next day. You know. Now,
Yeah, well, if I have something I need to do, I can totally do that. Over the summer, I had a bunch of like back-to-back stuff where I was I was working like 12-hour. I was working 12-hour days between two jobs, so like total of 12 hours. I'd go home and I would have a shift at 4 a.m. that I needed to be up for, and my brain doesn't want to go to sleep at anything before like 10 or 11. So I'd get like 5 hours of sleep. I had basically a situation where I was working 3 days of like 12 hours each on like 5 hours of sleep each, which that's not like I've interacted with people who have gone on 72 hours of work with like 3 hours of sleep, but
nurses.
That was an eye-opening experience for me. I can do it. It's just I need a reason to do it. I can't self-motivate very well, sadly.
You'll learn.
Yeah.
You're young. You'll learn.
Yeah. Howdy, P-Dog.
And hello, Puffer. What's up, dude?
Hey,
Good to see you.
Dexter.
Dexter. Of course.
You know, it's interesting. So while we were talking, I looked up, I just plugged in missing people in Hawaii. Maybe I should put Maui. It's weird. There's not a single article from more recent than 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, because there's no point to talk about the story because anything now gets in the way of the alien invasion. Sorry, I mean the fact that there's nothing there to talk about.
Here's one finally 2 weeks ago.
I mean, Project Blue.
You mean Jewish space lasers?
No, I mean aliens.
Oh, there goes the channel.
They're Jewish space.
Ding.
Those ones coming across that border. Yep.
That should be this. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
No, well, I mean like because everyone remembers like the lasers that were firing from quote unquote China from like a few months back in Hawaii, right? And then
fire in my laser.
And then this stuff happens.
Anything that comes from China is quote unquote.
Rip Koolfrogg's channel at this point.
Okay, I figured. Here's an article.
Look, I'm not talking about how gasoline can't burn through steel beams. Okay, I haven't brought up that yet.
I'm pretty sure you just can't bring up the direct.
No, it's
something.
Ah, okay.
You know what I mean.
So I can't bring up that Emperor Palpatine set the Death Star up to explode, so we'd go to Hoth.
Oh, I saw reporters are having to sue the state of the Hawaii governor.
I knew you wouldn't like
because they won't let them in to take any pictures or record any video or anything in Lahaina.
Yeah. Okay, I just found an article from a week ago. As of 5 days ago, they're now down to 66 missing people. Confirmed death toll is 115, but which it seems crazy that's all that there are. But if that's true, thank goodness. That's all there is, you know. Yeah, no.
I'd like to see a breakdown of the other 66 that are still missing, because you know if they know that there's 66 missing, they'd have to have some kind of information on these 66 people.
Right, but what's publicly available and what's being kept private because you know people's private lives.
Exactly.
Or what they're keeping quiet because the aliens don't want us to know about the cattle they've collected.
And also, that is the official government number, they say, but which, you know, it's hard to tell.
Luckily, in the U.S., it's still hard to mess around with, what do you call them, casualty numbers.
Well, Hawaii's in the U.S.
That's what I'm saying. It's not like China where you can have like 6,000 people die in a flooded subway. Tunnel.
And there's absolutely zero fatalities.
Right.
No, they said there were 60 people, but like clearly there was like 6,000 people worth of cars that got stuck in that tunnel while it was flooding and flooded within like 15 minutes. Like thousands of people died there.
Right.
Moose, I think you're lying. Just like you'd probably lie about those camps in that province in the west, or in Tibet, or outside
you
of
mean
Hong Kong.
right outside of Shanghai Disney?
Yeah, no. See, you're all. Why would good and glorious Chairman Winnie the Pooh lie about these things? You're all just Western propaganda.
Wait, are you going to tell me that Taiwan isn't a country?
I don't know.
I'm not going to comment on what microchip land is or is not, other than microchip land. Cool. I'm really sorry if I get your channel deleted.
Yeah, you seem that you seem that concerned. You really do.
On the
I'm just
outside,
like, do I have to really come up on that camera and actually tell you really seriously, bro?
yeah, I forgot about your wall decorations. What I'm saying is nowhere even close.
What did the wall decorations have to do with it?
What I'm saying is nowhere near as bad as supporting Oompa Loompa from what YouTube thinks.
I thought
7
was
is considered
bad.
a lucky number. No relation to discussion. Okay. $3 from Clumsy Clairvoyance. Our frog panel guests in chat. Time to party. Yes, it's party time. It's party time. Let's do this. How many beers you got down? Y'all drinking? Y'all not?
No, I'm getting over being sick.
I had like 400 milligrams worth of THC gummies like an hour ago, so they're starting to take hold.
Take some more.
I've been drinking water.
Same, Boom. I'm not 21.
Hey, Boom, I put a link in there for you because I saw you put my thing in there before. There's a
better link? Sweet. Thank you.
Yeah,
Wait, are you Boom her?
Yes.
Okay. It just clicked that you're Boom, and then there's Boom her in the chat, and I didn't know if you were two different people because I'm an idiot. I apologize.
Well, sometimes she is.
See, it's Here Comes the Boom. So, look, it makes sense.
Sweaty carrots. Yes, so many sweaty carrots. Just for Clumsy Clairvoyance.
Yeesh.
This is the complete opposite of like what I'm normally on for streams. Like, this is so chill. Everyone's just kind of having a good time. Chat's going slow. I'm used to just crack cocaine insanity, just absolute, just off the rails.
What? I thought you did.
No, so just like just normally like what, and it may just be the time of day or whatever. But I'm used to like everyone just kind of like talking and just everything being bombastic, whereas this is just everyone's like kind of chill. If that doesn't make sense.
I gotcha.
Well,
we're not here to get down nitty gritty and
Yeah, dude.
Koolfrogg's moving a little slow right now. Let's just put it that way.
Do we need to step this up?
No.
Why?
I'm not complaining. I'm just commenting. This is refreshing.
Okay, I would just want to be sure
Marsh my
everything's
vibe,
okay.
man.
Yeah, we just chill. Just chill.
Nobody move.
I feel bad now. Like, Koolfrogg invited me, and I'm like saying shit that's gonna get his channel taken down. I'm criticizing the vibe he's trying to go for.
You keep saying it and bringing. Don't give him any hints.
The vibe.
It could be worse. It could be worse. You could have been my kiddo just a few minutes ago. I went and picked her up from the play and gave one of her friends a ride home, and as we're pulling away, she's just like, "Wow, Mom, you were actually really not weird." And I'm like, "I know, no cap." She's like, "That's not how it works." I said, "I know."
What?
So, how's the weather today? Says Puffer P. I mean, Who went outside?
I did. I spent the whole day outside. For the most part. Where are we going with this?
Not outside.
Boo, 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 boo.
I didn't go outside.
Oh,
I ate outside today. I went to a state park and walked around outside. It was a good day. I did my physical therapy at a state park.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
It's great.
It's just full of surprises.
I think you've been inside for a long time with a bottle.
No, I don't really drink, honestly, anymore.
I just had that feeling. Yeah,
Yeah, gummies kicking in.
Yabba dabba doo.
Dabba doo da.
Wow.
I'm like bright red right now.
well, thank you to the 5 people who subscribed today.
Your eyes?
Appreciate that.
There you go. There you go. It's at least going somewhere.
Right.
Hey, Moose, are you sure you're not feeling it yet?
Art thou feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Definitely SpongeBob. Well, I'm gonna find this man's link before I forget again.
Who's link?
What's up, Murph's Turf? Good to see you.
Whose link are you looking for?
He dogs.
Oh, it's in the private chat.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
All right, what do we got here?
Zone out on Jimmy's art.
ooh, look! I wonder what character it's this time.
What's it say?
Okay. Those are eyebrows. I'm guessing it's a female.
Mustn't say.
Oh, what do we start with that? Is that
Raven?
Oh,
shit! See, I shouldn't have done that.
You shouldn't have.
I should not have
Because
done
of
that.
the eyebrows, my brain was thinking Azula, but she's not from Cartoon Network. She's a Nickelodeon character. The moment you draw the gem, kind of gives it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
See,
hairline.
that was my bad. I was just working up there, so it's like
Might as well get it in.
yeah.
Bruce Willis hairline.
Yeah, she's got it's sitting there.
Man, I wish I knew how to draw.
It's easy.
It's really not. I've tried.
You gotta start with shapes.
Do it again.
Yeah, I've tried.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I have sunk so many hours into digital Microsoft Paint or like free Photoshop options or I'm not going to admit how many pencils and pens and pieces of paper trying to draw. I'll just stick to writing. I'll stick to what I'm good at.
Hell yeah.
I learned to draw from being bored, and then I forgot how to draw over the years. But really, it's just being bored in class. It comes back. I just don't really draw that much. I do digital stuff instead.
pretty good rendition of Tom there, though, too. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Tomcat. He's my boy. Oh my gosh. If you ever wanna laugh really hard, you gotta look up just a reel of Mel Blanc screaming. He's the scream behind every single freaking scream you ever heard in the old cartoons. It's him.
the Looney Tunes.
Yep, he's the guy. Yep.
Yeah, he did. I mean, being old enough to know when he was still doing voices. I mean, he could do he did most of the voices on the ones who had voices on Looney Tune.
Mm-hmm.
He's brilliant voice actor.
Yes, he is. He is a legend, and you got to put some respect on the name.
Definitely.
He's Bugs. I mean, he's Bugs Bunny.
And Elmer Fudd and all those characters he did.
Tons. Like, he's just superb. I love that guy.
Yeah, see, you're drawing characters I'm too old to know. Although my kids probably know them.
Yeah, like half of these characters I know, and half of them I only know because people have yelled at me for not knowing them. I'm like, I'm 20, so like a lot of these shows were running when I was in a crib. So yeah. Also, I lived in South Korea during a lot of like my formative years, and the only show we got there was Augie and the freaking cockroaches.
Sorry.
I think that's why I hate the French so much.
Oh, it was French?
Yeah, Augie and the cockroaches I didn't realize it, but the amount of emphasis they put on eating snails made sense once I had to prove to someone that it was a real show. And I learned it was French, and I immediately realized why I hate the French. They subjected me to that show because it was the only thing Cartoon Network ran. Oh, who'd we lose? No, Moose.
Moose, he's in the back. He's just disconnected something.
Oh, yeah, StreamYards has been uppity.
Mm-hmm. Jerry Lass, what's up? What's up, my dude? Long time no see.
Moose is back.
I had the wrong camera, so it immediately threw me out of here.
As it should.
Almost, yes. I think we've all heard this story. If we didn't, we keep Jerry Lass in our prayers. He was in a bad accident.
Wait, legit almost died, buddy. Damn, what? Had a seizure and was gone for like 8 minutes. Came to in an ambulance. Tongue hurts like a bitch from chewing so hard. This happened in bed in front of my wife and kids. They thought they'd lost me. Bro, glad you're here and you're safe now. I hope. What's
with us?
Are you what's the after effects of that? I'm curious. And like I said, blessings that you are here to tell us about it. I'm curious what effects and what caused it if they've told you that or not. I'm curious. You just had a seizure, you said? Let's see. Almost died. Yeah, what was the cause? Give us more information if you don't mind. You don't have to.
It's very sad and disturbing.
Yeah, if you don't want to politely decline, that's cool.
But yeah. I don't wish it on anybody.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nonetheless, a friend of the show. She's good right now, mostly. Tongue hurts. After effects of feeling more alive than ever. I bet that feels better. But it feels a lot better.
So it was from stress. Was it a seizure or like a heart attack?
Alive.
Yeah, what's man? That's some scary shit. I just got to be honest with you.
What's Moose doing?
Vibing.
Oh, you're here. Okay, good.
Moose is playing with his
3D stuff.
3D AI camera stuff.
3D.
Computer.
Particle simulation.
See, for a moment I forgot that Moose wasn't Grim, and I was gonna ask like how his AI music is doing, but then I remembered that's Grim's bar, not Moose.
I've dabbled with it a little bit.
I'm tired. If you couldn't tell, I've been up since like 4:30.
Well, it's a good run.
Oh, I don't think I know this character.
Tremendous.
Wait, is it the dad from the Jetsons?
Negative.
No, it's not. Not that hair. This is a newer character.
Okay.
Also
Looks
wrong.
No,
it's not Hugh Neutron.
Okay, well, okay, wait. I guess I should say newer is a relative term in this room.
Yeah.
Because I'm an old fucker.
It's old for me, young for you, blah for some people. Yeah, I have no clue who this is. Like,
I mean, it looks like it could be a swinging character from the Flintstones too, but it's not.
The only characters that are coming to mind are Nickelodeon characters.
Are you doing this mouse or are you using a pen?
I'm using a pen.
Okay, I was gonna say that'd be really
Less
good.
impressive, yeah.
No, it was just either way, it's good stuff. I mean, you're great at this.
No, I mean people that can do it with the mouse. I'm serious. It's just insane shit.
Oh, I can't believe when I see people do that. I try to just when I'm trying to cut out backgrounds using my mouse, it's a pain in the ass.
Amazing Disgrace is Dudley too, right?
No, it is not
Dudley.
Dudley.
No, it's not Dudley Do Right. Although it has a similar characteristics. Okay, wife told me about her cover. Okay, wait.
Badger's saying it's from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I only remember like the first season of that show, so that's probably why I don't recognize this person.
It is not from Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Karate chop from Clumsy to Moose. Hi.
Why are you chopping
If I give you any hint at all, you will guess who it is just off the hint.
I probably won't, but okay.
No, you guys, all of you would. All of you. Like, I don't care, young or old, big or small.
I mean, it's familiar, but it's from.
Like, you could tell me this is a Fairly Odd Parents character, and I'd believe you. But this is Cartoon Network, not Nickelodeon. Like this, every character that I think this is a Nickelodeon character, not a Cartoon Network character.
I'll tell you why. It's because of this right here.
Yeah, no, I know it's like the eyes and the mouth and stuff, but I just don't know, like... I know the guy who made Fairly Odd Parents also did some stuff for Cartoon Network at some point, I think, but I don't know who this is.
This is George of the Jungle.
Oh, okay. So
that's a name I've heard.
It isn't. It is an older cartoon. Even
it is an older cartoon,
like 90s when they right somewhere in there. I mean, but that's to me. That's my kids were born in the 90s, so it's like.
All right, fair. Let's see. They did have a 67 cartoon actually with George looking the same way, and that's who I was basing it off of.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Then that would be old because I was barely born.
Who else? I think it's because it's digital that it comes across more new.
I mean, like you got like Eustace, Tom, Jerry. Like you got a lot of these characters really well. Maybe if I'd seen that show, I would recognize. But like, I knew the show existed. That's the only thing I knew about George in the Jungle.
Okay. I mean, yeah, everybody knows who he is. Like, if I said, watch out for that tree, if I did his, like, yell or whatever, like anything.
No, I wouldn't. If you did the yell, I'd probably think Tarzan. But, like, I only know that this show exists because I remember talking about like the movie or so, like a live action movie, and someone got mad at me for not knowing the show existed. So
Brendan Fraser was starred in it.
Yeah.
But I remember the cartoon now.
Yo, Moose, clairvoyance brought you a cake. Oh, he's responding.
Too late.
You beat me to the punchline.
You guys want some cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
All right, I'm wondering what character's up next.
I am too.
You know, I have to say I've come to appreciate ambrosia more than cheesecake. And I make it a special way. I take a package of cream cheese and I whip it up with some powdered sugar and a little bit of milk. And then I add cream cheese pudding, a big tub of whipped cream, fold that in, put in a can of fruit cocktail drained, and about half cup to a cup of walnuts. And then set it in the fridge for about 15-20 minutes. Oh, it's delicious.
Thank you for making me hungry.
What do you call this thing?
Anytime. I call it ambrosia.
Food of the gods.
It is, yeah. It is the food of the gods. It is like what I take to any potluck.
So how do you make nectar?
I don't.
Oh,
that stuff is garbage.
Wait.
But it's the drink of the gods.
That's honey mead.
Okay, so then do you know how to make honey mead?
Yes, I do.
So then you can make ambrosia and you can make
Ferment
nectar.
honey. Except if I did that, I would need like fresh raspberries or something because I wouldn't make just plain honey mead. I'd have to put some fruit in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Although, I do have to say, for the first time since we've moved into this house, like 17 years ago, I have finally gotten a raspberry bush to make it through an entire year without my husband mowing it over.
Okay, hold your breath for 1 second. Madcore Mofo is in the house. Oh,
Howdy, Madcore.
good to see you, brother.
Oh, he's finished his story here. I missed that part.
My daughter was so scared, but she did good. Opened the door for the cops and EMTs. Put the dogs out before they got here. She's 6. Had a safety town this summer where she learned all that stuff.
I was looking at the one before that too. They gave
Good
me
for
Narcan for nothing. Spent 5 hours in the ER, unable to communicate, would stutter and pass out. Going to get brain scanned to make sure it's not something bad. But every day my head gets clearer. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad you're recovering from this. God damn, it sucks.
It's amazing.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on that.
Man, just yeah. Do what the doctors tell you. That's the big one. That's what I'm learning quickly.
Be afraid to see another doctor and get a second opinion on stuff.
Definitely don't be afraid to see a second doctor.
Oh yeah, no doubt. That's too.
And if you can, because we're not doctors in any way, shape, or form, just saying, maybe evade
Doctor Love.
certain things that those doctors like to administer.
Love doctor.
We love the love doctors. I mean, love doctors. You get. I mean,
some doctors.
Y'all don't know what this guy is?
I wasn't paying attention. I'm looking for. Oh wait, I also think Cool took it down.
Oh.
I have absolutely no flying clue who that character is.
Snorkel.
That's a what?
Does that?
Like, you could tell me that is Gleek from DC, and I would believe you that
that's
is Gleek.
from the snorkels.
It's from what?
So it says
The
snorkel.
snorkels, right? Snorkels.
The what?
Snork.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Snorks. Yeah.
Ah, there you go. I'll just give it to you off of that because
I don't know what that means, so I'm just gonna
it's like the bastard cousin of the Smurfs. We don't
Yeah,
talk
but
about the Snorks.
They were underwater. And
Yep, they were underwater.
Wait, they're like aquatic
had little-
Smurfs?
Yes.
Yep,
Kinda,
exactly.
Yeah.
They're Atlantean Smurfs. That's a thing.
Yep, that's the
Yes.
thing.
And they had prettier
I was-
colors
I was
because they weren't
close
just
enough.
blue.
Called it a snorkel, and y'all said, "What the hell is that?" Snork.
It's a snork.
Yeah, it's a snork, not a snorkel.
Snork.
So they, instead of saying Smurf, they say Snork for everything.
Yeah.
Not really.
I thought they did do that shit. It's by the same person. It's by Hannah.
Okay.
Yo, I'm gonna be mildly disappointed if they're out of stock in what I'm looking for.
You looking for Snorks merch?
No, on my Twitter feed, someone posted like a really good looking like old school Beast Wars Transformers model, because I'm young but I still like older cartoons, and I'm trying to find one of my favorite character, and I'm not. It's not going so well. I found a bunch of other characters. Nope, that's the bird. Nope, they don't. I don't think they have him, and I'm disappointed that they don't have him.
I found this channel that pretty much like reconstructs Saturday cartoon lineups with like the commercials in between them from like the 90s and Toonami. Like literally all the like commercials in there and like the startup intro and all that jazz. It's like you're watching Toonami from early 2000s, late 90s.
That's so freaking cool.
I found the same thing, but it's for Boomerang. It's for all these guys.
What?
Boomerang, it's all coming back to you.
Jimmy, you gotta drop that shit in somewhere.
Yeah, I gotta search
Where am I
through my
playing this?
YouTube history for it.
Yeah,
I'll put the one I got too. It's awesome.
Yes, please do. It's so good.
Nostalgia. Nostalgia's crack.
I'm a sucker for it, man. Nostalgia's the devil. Whoops. No, Mama, you're the devil.
Yeah, so they carry two versions of him. Both are sold out. One was on sale. Someone sent a code I could use, but they're sold out. Oh, I'm sad now.
Don't be sad.
Yeah, I really shouldn't. Given what Jerry went through, I really shouldn't be sad.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I realize he's still posting and Green said, yeah, it's taking off segments.
Yeah.
Well, okay, now I kept getting caught up here. Dude, lean on the people who will help you too, man. I mean, there's got to be some people that are just who are rooting for you where you are, and let them help you, because sometimes it's pride gets you in the way of letting people do that too. I know that from personal experience. So, and wish them well for you, dude. That's a rough thing to go through.
Well, and maybe one thing that you might find of interest is an article that I just read about people with PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Is they're saying that MDMA would be a good way to treat people with PTSD. So you can all go around tripping
Lola
balls.
Rabbit.
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Close enough. I mean, bunny, rabbit is the same damn thing.
Bunny. I don't understand what people see in this character.
You know, I think it's sick. It's sick is what it is. It's sick. You people are sick.
No, because people like are like complaining like, why isn't Lola Bunny sexy in Space Jam 2? And they'll show me a picture of her originally, and I'm like, look, man, I'm not a furry. That doesn't do it for me. Like,
Yeah, I just don't know why they did her up so crazy in the first one. Is what I'm saying.
yeah, but also like she's not even like, in my opinion, all that in the first one. Maybe early 2000s cartoons has rotted my brain horribly, but like that's not.
So you know Jessica Rabbit, right?
You're right. This Potter cartoons.
I know her from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
That's Jessica. Well, that's not her name. That's not her name in Looney Tunes. That's Lola in Looney Tunes.
Yeah, no, this is Lola. Lola Bunny.
This is Lola from
Lola Bunny.
Yeah, no, Jessica Rabbit is a. Yep, that's a character I understand the hype for.
What? It's still a rabbit.
No,
He's sick.
the human.
People.
The human.
Jessica
the
Rabbit.
human who married a rabbit and took on the rabbit's last name.
Yeah.
So she was a furry.
Lots of
yes,
people.
she was a furry.
I guess, but she's a cartoon.
Yeah.
She was a furry.
She has no waist.
I guess, yeah, it's true. It's true. It's quite true. I think it's the cheeks on her, actually. Like, so it's this area on her that people
It's
like.
the eye.
The thing is, y'all still talking about how it's okay to be a furry.
Who said that? Clip it. Take it out of context.
But she had, in the first Space Jam, she kind of had bedroom eyes, and then opened them up during in the second one.
Yeah,
That's what you mean? That's a fair assessment, right?
Okay, Disgrace raises a good point. If it's a sentient being that is anthropomorphic, is that bestiality or is that just gross?
It's one and the same thing, and it's gross.
It's a different species.
I don't think so.
Bestiality.
Why do we have to think about it?
Because
we should never have drawn
being a furry
Lola Bunny.
is being into bestiality. It's one of the same. It's just a more polite way of saying it, I guess.
Yeah.
Never have drawn Lola Bunny.
Yes, no, you really shouldn't have drawn Lola Bunny.
Mike says it's worse.
I regret.
Worse than bestiality, Mike? Come on. I mean, in reality, you always know it's a human under that costume, even if it's weird. But it's weird.
Bro, if you know you shouldn't have drawn Lola Bunny, why are you still drawing Lola Bunny?
I mean, Puffer's right.
Yeah, punish it. That's all right.
We know what you should.
Wait, what are you writing there?
What you would have done with that bunny.
No, because I haven't even seen the first Space Jam.
Oh, I get it. Tunes go out. I got you.
Mm-hmm. Do you even need to see the first one? Does your mind already go to that level of just being like, yeah, I'd probably do that with that bunny?
No, because people have shown me art where she's basically a human with just the ears, and it still doesn't work for me.
You know, I'll never forget the Nick Arcata show where he talked to the diaper guy, who had the diaper fetish, and he's just like, as depraved as I am, furries are 20 times worse.
Oh yeah, no, there's nothing like. There are very few things in this world that are more disgusting than furries. You've all heard of rainforest, right?
Yeah.
There's some things I really don't want to know. I've learned things I never wanted to know to begin with.
Then do not Google Mr. Hands. That's a really bad
I will
one.
not.
Oh, this, yeah, like Mr. Hand's horse.
Oh God,
the Boeing,
no.
the Boeing engineer who went to went to
Don't,
Washington.
Do yourself a favor. Don't hear about this, kids.
Oh God, I heard about that. That's one of the things I wish I never knew.
Human Claw Washington is on the map due to the proclivities of a Boeing engineer. Just keep that all in mind, folks.
Okay, somebody DM me a small cartoon character.
I don't have you on DMs, so I can't.
Gotta fix that. Get in the Discord. Gotta get into that Discord. Come
Pep-
hang
Are
out.
you in the
Gonzalez.
Koolfrogg Discord?
What?
Are you in the
There's
pond,
Speedy Gonzalez.
sir?
Yeah. Well,
Alright,
I
I'll just
already
find you in
drew
the pond.
Speedy Gonzalez.
Let's see.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
No, you
in a
got
previous
you got.
stream.
I see Jerry and I see Tom. Oh, in a previous stream.
Divinity.
You got the same name in the pond.
Divinity? She says, "Oh hi, mobile chat is trash." Over on the Rumble side, what up, dude? Good to see you.
You.
I don't see Divinity in StreamYard, so I'll take your word that Divinity's out there.
Oh, on Rumble. Hello, Divinity.
Oh,
yeah, like I'm not seeing Divinity on StreamYards.
It it won't show up in StreamYard. It's Rumble
gotcha.
side.
Well,
Rumble
trouble
side.
with StreamYards.
All right, then I'll hop over to
You
Rumble.
just gotta. What I did is I open a Rumble's window, do the pop-out chat, and then close the Rumble's window. That's what I always do.
Man.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm heading over to
This
Rumble.
kid's been stoned since the 3rd grade.
Rumble. Shtick with Koolfrogg.
Since the 3rd.
So, howdy, Div. Oh, yo, who's Darth Hideous?
That's Darth.
That's Darth?
Hmm.
You should just say hi to him.
Yeah, say hi to
mean,
Darth.
I don't know if he's in the chat anymore. He's gone.
Hope you're well.
He's been around for a while.
Yeah.
Wait, what is the topic?
It's very extremely general. Okay, it's general.
Okay,
so
because
it's so super general
and random.
So I could say that we were talking about Lola Bunny and Human Claw Washington, and that's acceptable answer as to what's the topic.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Divinity. We were talking about Lola Bunny and Human Claw Washington, specifically the. I can't say it with a straight face.
Turn your camera off and try again.
No, I'm not. I had the opportunity to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Just remember
it is one of
the topic's whatever you make it be. There's several people that have links to get to this particular show. If they want to bring themselves here, they're more than welcome to change the topic.
Is that Yogi Bear?
Negatory.
Don't you mean yakitori? As in chicken?
Huckleberry Hound.
Hong Kong Booey?
Negatory.
Not Hong Kong Booey?
Oh, damn, now I'm actually hungry for some chicken.
No, wait. Is that a bear or a dog? Oh, this is.
He says Hong Kong Fooey, and you went to I'm hungry for chicken.
Makes sense to me.
No, because he keeps saying yakitori, which is Japanese for like fried chicken, I think.
No, I was saying Hong Kong Fooey. That's
yakitori.
Oh,
it could be Boo Boo.
It is, in fact, Boo Boo.
Yeah. Here we go.
Damn it. I thought it was Yogi.
Hey, Boo Boo, can I get a picnic basket?
Can I get a picnic? Hello, Boo Boo.
This isn't a good idea.
It's a wonderful idea. Trust me.
What do you mean, Boo? It's not like it's hunting season.
Yogi.
Oh, there's a bear over there.
I don't think it's a good idea.
That's a fun.
Wait, someone went off foot on us.
So,
Yes,
like, what's the cutoff date for like when you're drawing characters? Like 2010, 2015?
There is no such thing.
Okay, so I'm gonna find a character that I remember on Cartoon Network and make. Does it need to be Cartoon Network sponsored characters?
It does not be. I've crossed over into WB already.
Okay, and does it need to be 2D, or can I send you something from Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
I'd prefer you dead. I didn't have to draw that, but if I like it, I will give it a shot.
Okay. I just need to find you on the pond.
Yeah, I'm that one guy.
Oh, wait, your username is that one guy?
No.
No.
Is it just like the same thing that's in StreamYards?
It's just Jimmy in there. I think everybody sees me as Jimmy in there, right? Probably.
Jimmy Discord?
Yep, that's me.
Okay.
I ain't hard
Jimmy.
to find.
Give me
So,
Jimmy.
Sean D says, I still blame Shadow.
Sean, are you kidding me, dude? We've been over this, okay? You can't blame me for everything. It's not my fault. It's mostly Joker's.
Maria.
Shadow, you just need to build up the shoulders a little bit. Don't skip shoulder day.
It's a day for sure.
That was out of left pocket, but thanks for the advice.
You're welcome. I have two sons. I always tell them, build those shoulders up. They need to be big and strong.
I'm hoping it's the right account I just sent to.
Yep, I just got something. Just finishing
All right,
up
yeah.
Boo Boo here. Hey, Boo Boo. I'm starting to look like Yogi every day.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy drawing like 4-dimensional shapes.
Yogi, I don't look.
Hey, that's only true 60% of the time. For those
looks like Bullwinkle.
For those who want the context to that, I am effectively the punching bag over on a different set of streams, and Sean hopped into some of those and taken a liking to joining in on the fun.
Yes, if he sees an open punching bag, Sean D will take shots.
Might as well.
I'm not opposed to him doing it.
I mean, I'm too tired to really care right now.
Well, I'm glad that we could bring somebody closer to you to
if
enjoy your
he's-
night with.
If he's occupied with you, then I don't have to worry about having to moderate him or distract him and stick him on somebody else, Shadow. So thank you.
Hey, then everybody wins.
It's a win-win.
Oh, Hideous is back. Wait, who's what? Div. I'm confused.
I mean, yep.
I'm confuddled.
Don't worry about it. Jerry says, other news. A little neighbor lied on me. He got a temporary restraining order last week. Gonna make her look stupid in court. Also shaved a cop stash. To be ironic. And see if they get me fucking with them. Okay. That sounds like fun. At least you're having fun with it.
Almost halfway to 1/3 of an age that's gays. I don't know who that's directed at.
All of us as a whole.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh, if you interact with Darth, he will interact back.
Okay. Gotcha. See, I'm not used to communism. I'm used to an insult being directed at a single person.
No, one is for all, and all is for one.
And more than that.
We're like the 20
And
million
more than that.
years.
And more than that.
Now, if you can get yourself to the point of interacting with divinity knows. She knows that she has a link that she could bring herself up here, and she could just totally rip into you, or she could be a sweet person, or she could just be divinity and you just don't know what that's going to involve. Just saying. So you interact with that one. It can be fun.
Oh, he's talking. Darth is talking to Div. We're just assuming. Oh, I'm just assuming. Sorry, Darth.
No, he's talking to you.
No, he's talking to Div.
He's talking to you. Right,
I'm
directly
talking to
straight
Divinity,
to
not
just
you, effing retards. Sorry if you felt important. That's what he just said.
Don't mind him. This is how he feels important.
Yeah. Draw. I feel, Jimmy. I feel really bad now.
Why is that?
Because this looks super complicated.
Nah, it's easy. You just scuba the bop and a zoop and a whoop.
Gotcha.
And you give them a swoop, and a hook, and a hook, and a.
I'm curious if anyone else would get who this is.
Darth would definitely get who this is.
Oh, this is a Star Wars character?
This is a Star Wars character indeed.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know the cartoon ones that well, but that looks familiar.
Oh, crap! I know this guy. He's the guy with like 6 arms.
You know who I do recognize?
It's easy for me to say.
It's Rose.
Count
What's
Dooku?
up, Rose?
It's the Rose of Sharon Cassidy. Hope you're well.
Howdy.
Is it Count Dooku?
It is
No,
not.
this is one of the most bastardized. This is one of the characters that George Lucas horribly bastardized. So, context. In 2003, Gennady Tartovsky, I probably horribly butchered that name, was contracted to make a bunch of like mini shorts of Star Wars, of like the Star Wars Clone Wars, basically between the second and third movie to keep hype going because the prequels weren't exactly well received. And Genndy was basically allowed to make a bunch of like custom characters and stuff. And one of those was this character, who George really liked the design of and used for Revenge of the Sith. But he didn't know how to make the character how he was in the show. And so instead of being a badass Jedi killer, he was a cowardly, craven general.
Oh.
I included half of his name in the description there. So
Grievous?
Yeah, it's General Grievous.
Nice.
Oh, well, I was going to. Darth says General Grievous.
Yeah.
Too late.
This guy
Darth was correct.
An absolute straight up killer. He comes in and he immediately murders 3 Jedi on screen. Immediately.
He's like a walking blender with his freaking. What's he got? 4 arms?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like his introduction is him sweeping a room full of 6 Jedi. Bear in mind, the entire point of 2003 was to display how Jedi can kill armies single-handedly. And he just rolls up into a room. Actually, I think it's hinted that he killed more because those are just the 6 survivors huddling in a spaceship.
Oh yeah, he already had other lightsabers at that point. Like he's
I mean in
killed
that
a shit ton.
I mean in that specific fight. Like
Oh,
they were
okay.
like there's the like broken fleet. Like in the 2003 show, he is a butcher, and then they make him a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in the Clone
2003
Wars,
show.
the little cartoon.
I'm going to cut you off here real quick. $5 from entry required over on the Rumble side says,
Yo,
good Saturday morning, Koolfrogg. I am looking for sanity this morning, and I'm certain your packed weekend can provide it. Mr. Entry required and going back to sleep, Mrs. Entry required.
Welcome.
Yeah, holy shit. That looks really
I'm
good.
sure that some of those words were put in the wrong way or stated out the wrong way by me, potentially.
No worries.
I appreciate the $5.
Hey, whoa, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry Lass. Don't no. The Jedi, they may be religious, but they may use child soldiers and have committed at least 2 genocides, but they're not that bad.
Or are we counting games? Because definitely 3 if we are.
They genocided the Sith race, and then
the
Revan technically genocided Mandalore.
Well, they did that twice, so I mean, what do we do?
I only count like AK. I'm gonna count that as 1. I'm gonna count that as 1.
You want to count like just space wizards in general, because we could do 4.
Pete Up Knight, do you have any clue what these two are talking about?
Space wizards.
No. Darth Hideous.
I didn't think so.
No, I haven't, other than watching reviews and stuff, I haven't really paid attention to Star Wars since the first 3, which I saw in the theaters, and because I had even seen the second trilogy, and I watched part of what was the one where Mark Hamill shows up at the end of it with the girl. I watched that one, but I was so bored I fell asleep during most of it.
The Force Awakens.
I don't blame you.
Force Awakens.
It was.
I fell asleep during most of it, so I only
everybody thought so.
I feel so bad for you.
And it was just brutal. So I have this plan to force myself to watch everything beyond the original 3, but it's personal. I know it's going to be personal torture. Oh no, I did see the what's the one? I saw Clone Wars. I forgot about that. That was
the 2D animated one or the 3D animated one.
He's talking about the Attack of the Clones.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah.
Attack of the Clones. Okay, gotcha. Sorry. My apologies.
Attack of the Clones. I'm sorry. Attack of the Clones.
If you sit down and
what my problem is, the prequel trilogy. You know, just the second set of movies of 3. Yeah. You know, they're supposed to have taken place before, before the whatever the part 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? They're supposed to be part 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, the OG trilogy.
But the problem is they tried to make it so technically over the top that you don't believe it. You know, it didn't make sense that everything was so much more technically over the top before the 77 original, or was it 75 or 77, whatever, the first Star Wars movie that came out. So I'm like, fair. I don't want to watch these. It doesn't make sense.
So the cool thing,
if they had the story and
the lore reason why, like back then it was more advanced, just because like there was a big takeover and all this and all these things happened. But like the big lightsaber fights and all these crazy ships and stuff, that stuff is straight up because the Jedi were just better back then. Like there were more of them. They were well trained. Like when you see them in the original ones, they're a broken down old robot guy and an old wizard that can barely fight anymore, that trained a kid nothing. Like he taught him nothing. Also, Lucas had more money to allow for even cooler stunts. By the way, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor. Well, I meant a lore reason, not really like.
The lore reason, yeah. Well, I also took it as like.
I understood that part. I understood that part. Okay, and I understand this is and why there was only the 2 Jedis left, right?
Yeah,
but
there's infinite now. Actually, they keep bringing them back in the new canon.
No, I know.
Anyway,
so
sorry for cutting you off.
But it was just the story part of it made sense. It's just they should have made it still comparable to the technology that the Empire had, because the Empire still had its technology.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But they had better technology before. They wouldn't have had better technology for the Empire that before the Jedis were destroyed. It would have been similar or less than. And so that's it. That's why it didn't make sense.
I mean, part of that honestly is just like George really, really wanted to like play with the new toys. Being CGI.
Oh yeah, he had a lot of new toys. He had
and
plenty of new toys.
That's also the big issue.
Love you, clumsy. I feel the same.
Yeah.
They're talking about a bunch of things that I have no clue what
All
they're
right.
talking about.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. No. You please continue.
I'll finish up. I probably should be going to bed anyway. I'll just finish up with
going to bed.
Well, I probably should because
On
I
a
want to wake
Friday night. Come on, now.
I need to get used to waking up at 6 a.m. consistently.
Unless sleep. You get too much sleep already.
I was just going to finish up with like the biggest issues George had with the prequels was he was too successful with the OG trilogy. He didn't have a single person tell him, no, you can't do that because that's stupid. Thanks, Frog, for letting me on. Thanks, everyone, for putting up with my bullshit. Thanks, chat, for being great.
Good to meet you, man.
You got to guess who's on the screen before you
go? Curious George.
It is Curious George.
Boom, I grew up on that little bastard. All right. Have a good one, everyone.
Take care.
Later. Oh, there went the shot. No, just kidding.
You didn't like us talking about Star Wars, but what do you got to replace?
Yeah, see, nothing, because or something. We can talk politics. We can talk. Nobody wants to talk politics.
It's fun, mate.
You know, I know we've briefly touched on it a few times in open nights, but how many of you here have seen the new One Piece? P-Dog, you seen it?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my God, you have to watch it. It's glorious.
Oh no.
Based on an anime, Shonen Jump. It's about this kid who his main goal is to become a pirate and in turn become the king of the pirates.
Koolfrogg's jealous because he missed out.
He missed out.
And
you know, an anime geek out moment. You know, it's funny, it's entertaining, it's cute, it makes me laugh. So you know, I my kids got into it, watching it. You know, as they watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And they just released the live action Netflix, and they had the original artist in on it.
Okay, because I'm watching the trailer right now just to see what you're talking about.
I think I like the original better.
Very true to character. I think they took like literally hundreds of small episodes and cram them into like one of the episodes that they have here. So, you know, there's if you're a purist of the anime or the manga, you know, you're probably going to be, but they missed this and they missed that. But in all honesty, it's fun entertainment, which you cannot get anymore. You just can't.
All right. Now that I've looked it up, I'm gonna watch it. Because I'm not a big anime. Well, I'm not an anime person at all, or manga, unfortunately, and I don't know what I'm missing necessarily. You know, my last anime experience was playing Dragon's Lair on a console. So,
nice.
But this, even if you're not an anime fan, I mean, it does.
Look, I like this trailer.
Good.
I'm watching without the sound, but I like what I see. I love that I like this kind of fantasy stuff.
And it's something that I would be comfortable having a kid watch.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't think so. I disagree completely.
I'm thinking like 13
that
gets
14-year-old
kid.
Completely sliced. Yeah, a 14-year-old kid, sure. But like there's somebody that gets completely sliced in half. We gotta define what we mean by kid.
Yeah, okay. Not a child, but a kid.
PG-13 No, maybe.
Yeah.
Like the body gets carried around. Like it. There's a. We gotta.
Yeah, in a bag.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. It looks pretty good.
It's pretty good. They did a really good job with the sets. Like they put a lot of work and love into it, and it deserves like at least a check out.
Cool. It's on my list. I just added it to my Netflix list.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And they even wholesome dismemberment. Oh God. They even signed it for season 2.
Yep.
And for the first
they
time
have season 2 signed. They're planning for season up to season 6, and they're hoping for 12 seasons.
Jiraiya says in the chat. Jiraiya says, "But it's a wholesome dismemberment."
Yes, he was a bad guy, and the other guy's a good guy, so it's totally okay.
Well, I think he's kind of questionable. He's a little gray.
Yeah.
Bugsy.
Well, I'm a little gray too.
He's a little gray. He's not really bad, but he's not really good. He's just kind of.
He's trying to be a pirate, right? So
yeah.
I mean, you don't want him to be all fluffy. You want some.
And that's what One Piece is. Like it's like a fun pirate adventure on the top, but that's it. If you even nick that surface, you're gonna be like, "Holy shit! What did I just unleash?" That's what's cool about it. It has layers, like an onion.
But Luffy D. Floofy's the best.
Luffy D. Floofy.
Movie.
Monkey D. Luffy.
Monkey D. Luffy.
He got that dog in him.
I am so tangled, tongue tied.
Who the monkey?
Oh.
Okay, I need to find that.
My worst complaint about almost dying now is just that my tongue still hurts bad, but my wife said it works better than ever.
A plus.
Get it?
Nice.
So One Piece is now on your list of things to watch.
Yeah,
seems like there's an awful lot of people that really like this particular show.
Pirate show. We've been starved for a pirate show. We need something. Yar. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum and all that.
Glug glug glug.
My peanut, you know. Peg legs and no eye patches. I think Oda's saving the eye patch for somebody really important because he's made a 25-year-long running series without a pirate having an eye patch.
You don't think it would help?
I think he's saving it for somebody. I don't know who, but like somebody's getting an eye patch, and when it happens, people are gonna be like, "Oh shit!"
How many episodes did they of the anime did they take care of in the first season of the live action?
Let's see. The Arlong arc ends at episode.
Yeah, they made it through the Arlong arc, and then it moves on from there. So
45 episodes they covered in 8 episodes.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff that they just did not even touch on or like kind of hinted at and all this kind of stuff.
Yes, Mike, there is peg legs.
Oh, one moment.
Although I have to say, the way they introduced the peg leg was vastly different in the anime than in the live action.
What's up, Catherine? 2929 over on the Rumble side. Good to see you.
Yar. Speaking of pirates, there be some cowboy beans I'm going to go partake in.
I see.
Okay.
You be careful now, Timmy. Your cowboy beans.
Yes.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna go partake in some cowboy beans. I'll be right back, guys.
Killing you with commercials. I appreciate you watching the commercials, Go Hagen. I appreciate it. Watch the commercials. Watch those ads. That ad revenue is awesome. I'm not the one that controls it. YouTube controls it, as I can turn it on to allow them to control it. So if they're hitting you with that many commercials, I hope you're not missing anything of importance. We are just sitting here having fun anyway.
YouTube is asshole.
Mm-hmm. You want to go away from YouTube? You want to go talk on Rumble and talk about some coof or something? Or
Don't look at me. I'm like freaking 8 or 9 gummies deep. I'm gonna pass out in like an hour.
Oh, hello, Crandall.
Oh, mama. See,
don't look at me. You're correct, Darth. You're correct. There are no commercials on Rumble. The revenue just comes straight from watch. Straight from watch only.
I need to invest in poker chips because I want to learn to blackjack.
Thanks, Boom, by the way.
You're welcome.
I just read that. I talk about the news, and I'm usually by myself, so if you get a rant, it's all me. Yeah.
Oh, no. Y'all want to know what we're laughing about? Yeah, we'll show you right here. Don't forget to visit and sub P-Dog Night. He does have a Rumble channel as well. He pays attention to his Rumble side. As you know, if you're over on the Rumble side and you're one of those that would rather the free speech platform that it be, go check him out over there as well.
I should open my my locals chat, because then that's absolutely, like, you can say all kinds of crazy shit on there. But I do my show simulcasts on YouTube and Rumble, so I keep both chats open, try to watch them both too. I ain't doing no booty stuff though. Sorry, Divinity. You may not be talking about me. There ain't no booty stuff going here.
Just the side booty, you know.
Oh yeah, I showed you that. But that was just showing you my beautiful scar.
the bullfighting incident.
Because I got, for those who just getting here, I got gored. We went to Spain and I got to run with the bulls, but unfortunately I turned the wrong way and a bull got me in the leg and put a big old cut in the side of my leg. So threw me over a fence. I'm lucky that I survived it, but it didn't. Somehow it missed the artery, so I was good, or whatever it is.
So Koolfrogg, if we do go to Rumble, I did see an article that might be interesting to discuss, but it's not safe for you.
Thank you, Rose. Appreciate it.
I went to go take a drink, and at the same time that you were telling your lovely story.
Oh, when we were in Spain? Yeah, that was cool, man. I'm going to be running with that for a while.
Kind of caught myself.
Here's my cane. I just got the staples out today from when we got back.
If you talk news or politics, I'm leaving, says Darth.
That's okay, Darth.
What is funny news?
And that's exactly. It's like, what is it that you'd like to?
I posted the link in private chat.
I have another channel too. It's Marty's Big Journey. That's where I just travel videos and dad jokes. So just full of dad jokes and travel videos. So
dad jokes.
Should we play
Can you
one?
tell us some dad jokes while you're here?
Well, not necessarily. I do have this one story though, because I have this friend who's really into MMA, and he gave me some really good advice one time. He said, if you're ever attacked by a bunch of clowns, go for the juggler. And I thought that was good advice.
Just go for the juggler. Yes. It's probably good advice.
Sounds kind of funny to me.
Well, of course it is. Yeah. Well. So anyway, yeah. No, I have lots of them. So I have this neighbor up the street. His name's Jeff, and he and his wife both went to Yale. They met at Yale. He was in law school, and she was an undergrad. And his wife Mira's from India. And when they were in school, she'd go home for the summers to see her family. And Jeff was kind of a player. And so she's like, what do I do? So she used to leave him 2 pictures every time she'd go back to India. One, she's fully clothed, beautiful outfit, and then the other one, she'd be completely naked. And she called it Sorry, Not Sorry. Okay, I'll be here all night.
It's all right.
Did I say that for you? SARI. Sorry, not sorry. It works better in video because I have captions and you can read that it doesn't say SORRY.
That's you. Not sorry. Sorry, she signed a prenup.
Yeah, that too. Let's see. Let me think here. So I've been reading this. Okay. Back into like the Star Wars stuff, because this is actually, this is a true story. I'm reading this book about anti-gravity, and it's just impossible to put it down. It's just such a great book. It's amazing. Okay. That didn't work either. You're trying so hard. I got a question. If a parsley farmer is sued, okay, if you sue a parsley farmer, can you garnish his wages?
A bit.
Okay. By the way, to the thief who stole my antidepressants, I hope you're fucking happy. Whenever I feel blue, I just start breathing again.
Ba-dum-bum.
My kids laugh because they think I'm crazy, and I laugh because they don't know it's hereditary. Okay. You know, at least I'm not passive aggressive like some people. Okay, never mind. God, it's a rough crowd.
That last one was funny because I'm nuts.
Let's see. Well, anyway, there's a bunch of them. I have a bunch of them.
Dry said you're hurting his funny bone.
Trying to think of another one. I am curious though. Why was I? I went to this party that I went to. Why was I the only one naked at the gender reveal party? I just don't understand
it. So many ways that could go wrong.
I know. It's really awful.
Waiting for the punchline.
By the way, my wife the other day, she asked me, if you won the lottery, would you still love me? And I'm like, well, of course I would still love you. I'd miss you, but I'd still love you.
Oh, you can't get away with that anymore.
No,
Some lady sued and got precedent.
No.
I'll do suicide.
I got carded at the liquor store, and my Blockbuster card fell out. The clerk's like, "Okay, never mind."
You old bitch.
Oh, someone, here's something that kind of pisses me off though. Someone broke into my garage last week, and they stole my limbo stick. I mean, how low can you go? Yeah, they're really bad. I know. So anyway, enough of that. Some people, well, see, there's some laughs in the chat.
Yes, they're loving it. They are loving it.
Okay.
Yeah, but with chat, you can't tell if they're pity laughs.
I know. I'm not sure. Let's go. Oh, yeah. There you go. When my kid was in middle school, he built this model of Mount Everest, and my daughter's like, "Is that to scale?" Because she's a little older, and he's like, "No, it's to look at."
Oh shit!
Here's one. So a three-legged dog walks into a bar and says to the bartender, "I'm looking for the man who shot my paw."
Bartender says we can fix that.
Yeah, anyway. Some men say they won't wear a wedding band because it cuts off their circulation. Isn't that the fucking point? Okay. That's a joke for women, I guess. Anyway. I got thousands of them, trust me.
I was thinking of a polygamy comeback.
If at first you don't succeed, maybe skydiving's not for you.
Oh God.
Now this is actually I don't know if this was meant to be a joke, but it's actually because it's kind of true. You never know what you have until you clean your room. That's a true story. That is a true story. That's not even funny. It's just true. Oh, guys in the chat, if you're still young and you're not already attached, here's some great advice from just an old sage. If you cannot remember her name the next day, just take her to Starbucks. That one takes a second to remember.
Should write your name on the cup. Gummies are kicking in. Gummies kicked in.
I went to Home Depot and got a step ladder, I never knew my real letter.
Huh.
God,
That was so bad.
that's bad.
Never
I like
trust
those.
someone who's directing traffic in a hospital gown. That's just some advice for you there. I got a poem. I dig, you dig. He dig, she dig, they dig.
You dig?
It's not a very good poem, but it's really deep.
I like those Starbucks cake pops, like the little round.
By the way, the more you weigh, the harder you are to kidnap. So go ahead, have another piece of cake.
Okay, good.
Anyway, all right, I'm done. I've got more, but
They're like the cake version of sliders.
what's that?
The cake pops.
Oh, yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? They're yeah, cheap knockoff, but with sugar.
And really expensive.
Damn right. Hey, Koolfrogg, has your check liver light come on yet?
Check liver light.
No.
Just check it. Oh, and by the way, I do have a little bit of CDO, which is a lot like OCD, but the letters are in alphabetical order, like they should be. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho.
What?
Enough of that shit. Okay. All right, now what? Hello, Elizabeth OG.
I think that's what's what. Right, exactly. Hello, Elizabeth. How you doing, dude? Good to see you.
I'm a genius for this one.
You have a wizard hat? Make a little mouse wizard?
Negative.
Do you know Jerry's a wizard?
Jerry's a wizard?
Yeah.
What?
Jerry from what?
The mouse.
Oh, is that a fact?
Jerry from what?
Jerry from
Jerry is a wizard.
Wait a minute. I have one more that just is. This is just for, kind of for Koolfrogg, and I know that I know we weren't supposed to do political stuff, but I think we should. I think we should ban pre-shredded cheese.
How dare you?
Let's make America great again.
You're a monster.
Yes, let's make America great again. Absolutely.
I support all forms of cheese. You racist.
Oh.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, but freshly grated cheese makes better mac and cheese than the shredded stuff does.
You know why? Because they don't have to put that stupid emulsifier that makes it harder to melt. Yeah, you have to grate cheese.
Rosie the robot.
No, I mean yes, but yeah.
Because the toilet paper had.
It was the toilet paper roll that gave it away.
Yeah, you didn't even need anything else other than the toilet paper roll. And the antennas coming outside of its head.
Egg-nabbit. Well.
Can you give her like a big old blunt and big red eyes? Popping veins. Oh. What's that, beady eyes? Don't worry about it, Mr. J.
Don't worry about it, Mr. J.
Oops, that's empty.
That was a little loud.
Oops.
Huh?
I'll turn down my gain. I don't know where it's supposed to be at, guys.
Catherine says no preservatives. No preservatives.
Preservatives are for communists.
You sure?
Not on that one.
You know, I wish I could get up my hands on some fresh, unpasteurized whole milk. Because one thing I would like to do is to make some homemade mozzarella.
Like we always call it Mexican cheese, like the really super white fresh mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we buy that stuff all the time. We make little fake caprese caprese salads. You know, like you put a cherry tomato and a basil and one of those like balls of mozzarella on it. It's
Mm-hmm.
great on a toothpick, and you put a bunch of them on a plate, and it makes a cool appetizer.
That's got to be one of my favorite garden lunches. I've got a couple barrels that I have some herbs in, and I grab a few leaves of basil, go out to the garden, grab a couple of tomatoes, and then just come inside and throw it all together. Oh, it's so good.
And how?
Although my second favorite thing is a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich.
Making me hungry.
What about the double bacon witch?
We need to stop breaking down into conversations about food.
I'm sorry.
Okay, I do have one more. Hang on a second here.
Go for it.
Just I'm gonna show you from my channel though. That's what I'm gonna do. Here we go. And as soon as there we go. What the hell happened there? Oh, that's weird. Okay, here it is.
No sound.
Oh, did I not do the sound? I bet I didn't. Hang on.
Is that just me?
No, that's let's see. Let's try this again. I forgot you have to click. I haven't used this in so long. Don't you have to click the button for sound? Also share.
Click system audio.
Because I have it.
Maybe the output.
Oh, it should go through it should be coming through my speakers. You don't even have to do it. You should if you can't hear this, let's try this again. Can you hear that?
Nope.
Really? What the fuck? This is going through my mixing board. It should be going out there.
On StreamYard, maybe the output or input. No, input's gonna mess up your mic.
Oh, do you have to click that, or do I have to click that? Let me see something. Okay. Video files, slides. That's interesting. What the fuck? Also, here we yeah, the tab. Also share the tab audio. Oh, here we go. Let's try this one. Is that there? There it is. Try that one. See if this one works. Koolfrogg, you awake?
Uh-oh.
Something that I really haven't
There we go.
told a whole lot of people. But I used to be addicted to the hokey pokey. But I turned myself around.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about. Damn right.
This is something that I really haven't told a whole lot of people.
Shut that off. Let's shut that off. Okay. So that's directly from my channel. I'll do that all day. I also do a lot of travel videos too, though. We travel a lot.
Nice.
Anyway, that's an example. Marty's Big Journey on YouTube.
Gonna get that song stuck in my head now.
It's all shorts.
No pants.
I can't take it anymore. The hokey pokey, it won't stop.
And they're very brief.
Oh no.
It's like you with the Baby Shark song. It just follows you around everywhere you go.
Would you prefer Macarena?
Oye, ese güey chica de que Macarena. No,
El cuerpo con la mano en aquí a Casablanca.
All right, gentlemen. I am. Oh God, it's the hero from SpongeBob.
What's his name?
I don't remember.
Yeah, did I stump you, Boomer?
I could probably Google it, but my brain stopped working.
Yes,
Captain
defeat.
Starfish.
It is not Captain
Defeated.
Starfish.
God damn it.
The Adventures of
That's all I had. Captain Starfish.
Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Yeah.
It's Mermaid Man. It's Mermaid Man.
See, Clumsy had it, kind of. I'd give it to Clumsy.
Clumsy. All right, Clumsy gets it. Nice job.
Plus one.
Well done. He's all scrunched up.
Yes, the first one who gets it kind of shatters Jimmy's ego bits and pieces. So you earn bonus points.
I'm just
And
trying
there's a delay, so that means she got it a long time ago.
Well. Yeah, see, that's what's really impressive about when chat gets it is that like they had to be on it.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, P-Dog, it was nice to meet you. Hope to see you around more often. I think I'm going to hop off and get some Z's.
Wait, we got 1 more minute.
1 more minute till what?
Are we cutting in at midnight?
I got you for 3 minutes.
You cutting it at midnight.
You guys still going? At midnight in like 30 seconds.
Maybe not. Maybe not. It looks like we're just gonna kind of sail through and see how long we can go, and see what kind of audience we pick up. Because there's a lot more people that were invited to come through tonight. You just never know who will change the night.
Course of history forever.
Who will create the next conversation? Who will just be like, should we go? You want to go the political route? See how many people stick and don't?
See how many people we lose?
we can see how how things work out when we.
Bye, Boomer.
Love you, Boomer.
Bye.
Yes, as far as that goes, we could go the political route, and we can ask you those hard hitting questions. Where do you think he's going next?
Yes, Elizabeth.
When we say he, do you assume that we speak of Trump, or do you assume we speak of the most relevant president ever?
I need coffee for this.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, no, the one with the most votes.
JFK.
Oh no.
Oh, my president.
Okay, we're not going to talk politics.
Did we see a sudden decline?
No, not at all.
Well, I'm actually scheduled to go on another stream tonight too. So I'm gonna have to dip out.
Hey, have fun, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate
Nice
it. Hey,
meeting you.
this is fun. Nice to meet you guys. And Coolio, I'll see you every once in a while in my chat, and
As they usually do. Yes,
and I'll pop over every once in a while myself. So good chat with y'all guys.
All right, later.
All right, brother. Later.
Nice meeting you, man. Have a good one.
Yeah, good to meet y'all. Bye, everybody in the chat too. Chat. Hi, I'm P Dog Knight, also known as Marty, also known as P Dog Knight on the internet. And somewhere in the chat, there's a link to me if you want to check out my channel too. But I don't tell dad jokes on the P Dog Knight channel. This is the Marty's Big Journey channel. All right, I'm out. Later, y'all.
Please. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very, very much for being here. I do appreciate y'all. And I guess we'll just call it a night. We'll call it a night. Last words, anybody?
Thank you so much for coming, you guys. Hope you have a great night.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.